Our special guest this morning is Lynn Ennis of Let Your Mortgage Make You Rich. Lynn, good morning. Thanks for joining us. And we want to talk about, anytime we hear the words make you rich, well, ears sort of perk up, and we want to talk about that. But letting your mortgage make you rich, this is not some sort of a scheme or a scam, if you will, but actually just counting those pennies and doing things wisely with your finances can actually save you some money in the end. And your kind of claim to fame, I guess, is paying off your mortgage in a third of the time. Again, remind us how that's done and some more tips we want to share today.
The first thing people need to know, and folks, I hope you just grab a pen because we're going to show you how to save some money on your mortgage today. First thing you need to know is that how you pay your mortgage is far more important than what you pay. You see people going through all kinds of anxiety and gyrations to save 0.25% on their interest rate when they're negotiating their loan, and yet one simple technique can have the net effect of lowering lowering their interest rate by 2%.
Wow.
It's just about how you pay. You need to remember, folks, your bank doesn't hold all the cards. There's a lot you can do.
Well, what I like, Lynn, about your story is you are one of us. You're not a financial advisor, someone in the loan or the banking business. Just a common person who has found a way to save a little money, get ahead on the mortgage, and you have a success story yourself. Remind us of that one.
We've been in this house now about 4 years. In the first couple of years, because we're looking at retirement and thinking, do we want to be paying on this when we're 80?
Yeah.
We tried a new technique of sort of revolving the money from the home equity into the home mortgage, and we can get into some more detail about that. But let me just say, we did this a few times in the first couple of years of our loan. We reduced the principal on our home by $20,000 without making extra payments. Now, when you add up how much interest and everything we saved about $70,000 off the total that we would pay the bank, and we did that without making extra payments.
Amazing. Well, tell us your little secret here, how we go about doing that.
Okay. I'm not sure I can explain the whole thing in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Okay.
And, folks, if you need more information, just call my toll-free number anytime, 24 hours a day. It's 888-664-6651. I'd be happy to talk with you anytime for whatever you don't catch today. So if you're on the hook for too much mortgage interest, that's 888-ON-HOOK-1. So let me jump right into it. What we're doing is using the paid-for portion of our house to help pay off the unpaid-for portion. Now, we still make our monthly payments, just, like everybody else. But we're hoping to end up being finished in about 10 years instead of 30.
Yeah.
The way we're doing that, folks, is we've got some equity in the home. We made a nice down payment. We had saved for 10 years before we got into this. Besides, property values have gone up, and that's how a lot of us get equity. So we went to the bank and got a home equity line of credit. Now, this is very important. It's not the same as a home equity loan. It's a revolving line of credit, which means you don't owe anything on it unless you start using it.
Okay.
And what we did there was we just took out a small amount. We signed up for however much they would give us, but we only drew out about $5,000, and we put that straight onto the principal of our mortgage. Now, if you understand how mortgage interest is computed month by month, it's computed on how much you still owe, not what the original loan document was.
Okay.
So if your payment is $500 a month and $480 of it is going to interest, and you sock down $5,000 on principal, suddenly only $350 is going to interest. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're really affecting the long-term amount you're going to pay. Just to give you a simple example, if you're in the beginning of a 30-year loan and you put $5 extra on principal, that can be worth $50 to you over the life of the loan. So making a $5,000 cash infusion from equity is a huge thing to do on your house, or even $1,000, whatever seems right for how much you owe.
Certainly some great tips, and I tell you what, we could talk all day about all of the interesting things you found out just in research. But again, remind us. I believe also you have a website, but remind us of that phone number and your website as well.
Yeah, folks, if you want to call me and get some more details, you can do that toll-free. If you're on the hook for too much interest, it's 888-ON-HOOK-1. That's 888-664-6651.
Well, Lynn, I appreciate your time. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. We'll just make this a regular thing, and maybe we can dig a little deeper each time we talk. But I tell you what, I know your mission out there is just to help other people stumble onto these secrets that you've stumbled onto, and I appreciate your help, and as I'm beginning to apply some of them myself. So, Lynn, I appreciate your time. Again, give her a call, 888-664-6651, or log on to letyourmortgagemakeyouRich.com and get some specific details there. Thanks for being with us this morning. Lynn Ennis, our guest here on KCAB Sunrise.